So earlier you sort of said, going back to the clean energy Bitcoin conversation, your answer is basically, look, if you want clean Bitcoin, mine Bitcoin cleanly. Invest in the tech, go out to West Texas, do it here in the United States, and get the Bitcoin you know is cleanly mined. But we've also heard the argument tossed around, and I'm definitely partial to it, that Bitcoin itself incentivizes more efficient energy uses, that Bitcoin incentivizes renewable energy. If you realize that the difficulty of mining Bitcoin is going to just keep increasing every 4 years, some people think we're going to reach a point where the only way you could even possibly mine the stuff is with renewables. So do you buy into that argument that Bitcoin incentivizes investment in green tech, incentivizes investment in renewables?
I do, actually. I'd go a step further. I would say, because of the complexity you're talking about for the next 2.5 million coins, it's going to advance semiconductor technology as well. You're going to need to be able to get renewable power, no question about it, at 2 or 3 cents, and you're going to need significant enhancement on the chipsets and the machinery it's going to take to actually process the awards going forward. It just gets harder and harder. So that's got lots of people working on new technologies to do this. And I think that advances a lot of different things. Number one, it advances clean power, new technologies in solar and wind, certainly, and in hydro. But at the same time, whatever machine you're mining with right now has got to get 20% more efficient in the next 2 years. And that's going to be the purvey of American providers. I think they'll be coming out. Most of this stuff is made in China. We got to end that. We have to take lead here. If the Chinese are starting to shut down their miners, or at least putting more pressure on them, why not pick up the slack in the pools here in the US? Let's make this country the #1 miner of sustainable coin, ethically mined coin mined with sustainable power that matches every ESG concern. There's another 80 years of work to do, so it's not going away anytime soon, and we can lead the charge. Now, not everybody agrees that Bitcoin is like the new gold. Gold's been around since the Romans. That's why I have a 5% weighting in that. And that was mined back on the island of Cyprus 2,000 years ago. So there weren't really a lot of sustainability ESG issues back then. That same gold is sitting on the planet right now. And that's the argument. People say it must be very, very polluting to mine gold and not ESG at all. And they're right. But the majority of the gold that's sitting on the planet right now was mined before there were any ESG tests at all. So that's the way you look at that. For the remainder of Bitcoin, this is going to be done sustainably. There's no question. It's not what I want or you want. It's what the institutions want. And in order to get price appreciation, in order to get Bitcoin to beat the stock indexes, we're going to need the institutions. There's no other question. It has to happen that way, which is why you hear every miner, and you certainly heard them talk. I mean, I moderated the panel for public miners, as you know, at Bitcoin 2021. Every single one of them, whether it's Fred at Marathon or anybody else there, was talking about how they're shifting their whole focus towards sustainability on the energy source. Frank Holmes, same way at Hive, all of them, same message.
That is jukebox, yes.
This over there, yes, the jukebox.
Does it work?
Just a minute. The rest of it,